Hey, welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
oh, wait a minute, hold on. I don't even like how that cut off on me real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me do that one more.
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
Okay. All right. Today, my friends, today is what the wiretap. Now, well, I'll get to that all in a minute. Let me get to the things that I need to say before we get this show started. Because I got some things to say. I got a couple of things to say actually. I got some things to say. First, join the conversation. You can do that by calling in. The number is 443-551-5963. 443-551-5963. You can text. You can call in. If you text or call in, well, if you call in, you'll be live on air. If you text, I will read your comment out loud. If you drop a comment, it will be on the screen and I will read it out loud for our listening audience. Okay, so you know that part. If you would like to talk to us about anything, and I do mean anything at all, contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Yep. Or you can hit us up at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Again, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. www.ambitiouslyent.com. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, every subscription that we can get. Yeah, we do. We do. And let me throw this one in real quick. Check out our website, laboraleebookkeeping.com. laboraleebookkeeping.com. I want you to check that out, especially if you have a small business or a mid-sized business or a large business. Check that website out. And there are helpful blogs on there for small business owners as well. So make sure you check those out. And I think we have like 4 or 5 of them, but a new one will be posted. We try to post like every other day. So yeah. Now with that all being said, let me put this back on the screen. A couple of things I want to address before we get started. Know this. I try not to be rude about the situation, but people try to play with me all the time, so I'm going to get them told real quick. I do what I do because I like what I do. Don't ever get it twisted. So don't come in trying to tell me how to run my situation, what I'm supposed to do, what I'm not supposed to do. Okay, Doc, I see what I'm supposed to do, what I'm not supposed to do, especially when you're not doing the thing that it is the thing that I'm doing. Like, that's annoying as how start your own, figure your own situation out. Whatever mine is going to be, it's going to be. Again, you don't know all of my situation. You don't know my entire audience. You only know what you're looking at. You don't know what my listening audience, my numbers from my listening audience look like. They like it over there. So let it rock. Let it rock. Um, it was something else. Oh, happy Juneteenth. Because I'm not going to see y'all tomorrow because I am off tomorrow. Happy Juneteenth. Well, I'm not off tomorrow, but I'm off screen tomorrow. So happy Juneteenth. Shout out to all my melanated brethren and sisters, and happy Juneteenth. Like I said, when I was telling you where to go to look at the bookkeeping website, this is not the only thing that I do. So bear with me. I know sometimes things take, sometimes things get a little long winded around here, but I have to feed my child. And that's first and foremost to me above anything. So be patient. I will get to it. Don't rush me. I'm a Libra. We do not like to be rushed. And when you rush us, we take longer. Just chill out, relax, catch the vibe. But don't come over here thinking you dictating anything because you're not. And especially because I pay all the bills for everything. Okay? Okay. I just thought I'd let that be known real quick. Okay. All right. But today I was hoping to get some transcripts, but um well at the moment we got a, but not the ones I wanted. So we're gonna get into those today. Um, and we're gonna talk about them because they need to be talked about. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Now I'm gonna go through a few things. Um, we are gonna go through some updates. Now today, let me just tell you what. Okay, Doc, let me know when you're ready, babe. I see you. You ready or no? Not ready. Okay. I'm like, what? All right. Today, court for this trial got canceled because one of the juror number 7, I believe, got sick. Um, and so, dang, I forgot what it is that the juror has, but the juror got sick, and so they canceled today's set. Well, little, but then to stop and court will not pick back up until Friday. Court is closed tomorrow because tomorrow is a national holiday. It is Juneteenth. So there will be no court tomorrow, but they will pick back up on Friday and then next week, so forth, so forth. Um, we got a little bit of Brendan, but I don't want to go too far without Doc being in here. We got a little bit of Brendan. But okay, so let me tell you about what happened with the juror real quick. I could tell you that part. Child, it's so annoying in this case. Now, you're right. Okay, let me, before I get started, I'm gonna bring Doc in real quick. I had to make sure he was ready to go. Okay, all right. Doc, boo.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Listen. So I was about to get into some things. Um, and the message I'm going to say is I need everybody to stop focusing on Cassie. She was not the only witness. She is not the only witness. Um, there are witnesses that have nothing to do actually being in a room doing a freak off. There are witnesses that set up the freak offs. There are witnesses that were on call for whatever might have been needed for a freak off, but she's not the only one that he had freak offs with. I think everybody focuses on her because everybody knew that she was the girlfriend for a long time. Well, they thought she was girlfriend, but apparently that ninja had multiple girlfriends. Um, multiples. But that's to be expected for a man of his stature, a man of his means, right? But everybody keeps focusing on Cassie, driving me insane because I'm like, it's so many people who have gotten on this stand, personal assistants, freaking the people that he paid off for that incident where he drug her up the hallway. Um, oh my gosh, security guards. Sheesh. it's so many other people that are involved in this case, but everybody keeps focusing on her. And I know she's pivotal in this case, but she is not. This case is not about her. This is about his actions. So I want to start there. Um, so today, of course, we all know he's pleading non guilty or whatever, whatever. We already know that there was a juror that was dismissed um, earlier this week, well, Monday, um, because he lied. Just simple. I can't no other way. He lied. So they dismissed him and replaced him with a 57-year-old Caucasian male. That's been a point of contention because they're like, there's not enough black people on the jury. That's not how the judicial system. Do you think they sitting around to figure out how many black people on the jury? They're not stopping the case to figure out if they could bring another black person in. So that's that. Also, we're gonna go down the timeline in a second. Um, I just wanted to get to the juror that was sick. So one of the jurors got sick. I was trying to see what it is the juror has. Okay. So the juror called out sick. So he didn't even that juror didn't even come to the courtroom today. They called out sick, saying that they had vertigo symptoms of so the court was adjourned until Friday, and there's no court on Thursday, like I said, in observation of June 19th. Now, Doc, before we get into this timeline, what are your feelings so far in this case?
My feelings so far in this case is there are things that were done, no question about it.
Mm-hmm.
There were things that I think they are embellishing them a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's a part of if it happened so quote unquote long ago, everybody's memory of it may be skewed or some of the details may not always be there exactly as they happen. And then also from different people's perspective of what really went down. The
Right.
numbers are going to tell the truth about was money used from this to this to this.
Mm-hmm.
And then locations are going to be a heavy thing, in my opinion, because were these people in the same proximity of this person or these things at these times? That's how you prove truth. People can say anything, people can remember things the way they want to remember it. But when you actually look at the numbers, where the money was going from the business, the enterprise to where people can be placed at due to their schedules, itineraries, or documentation, social media, then you can put all those things together. Now, the part that gets kind of crazy to me is the fact that they did bring all these people up in regards to the quote unquote freak offs is that y'all weren't there and you're taking it upon what they said. And like I said, their perspective of what happened may not have been 100% truth. But if you could put all the people in the room, like, hey, at least y'all were all together, something, that's how I feel.
I'm so glad you said that. I was just waiting for you to finish.
Oh no, that's how I feel. I feel that there was things that were done, were they done to the full extent that
So
some
I
of
could
this.
give you some intel about what's going on because I have to follow the case, right?
Okay, okay.
So they brought in people who I guess they would say, hey, I'm a surprised witness. I say specialist witness, like paralegals, people who
Mhm,
weren't there, you feel me, who aren't involved. You see what I'm saying? Who weren't in the room when these offs and things of that nature was happening, right? People are in IT and things of that nature, so their job is to pull. Oh, I think because I haven't been able to really give the intel on that. They discovered a phone that Diddy kept. They did not turn. They like when they went in the houses, they missed the phone, right?
mhm,
And so there's a text message between him and KK about them missing that phone, right?
mhm,
So they've pulled the records. At this point, it's not just hearsay anymore. It's not just based upon the testimony of the witnesses. They're pulling records. That's how we got that transcript to do our little role play from.
mhm,
That wasn't her testifying that. That was from that's was read from text messages between the two. You know what I'm saying? Um, And also, they bought in his CFO, his chief financial officer.
Mhm.
And that chief financial officer has testified to money going from entertainment. Well, that
Mhm.
those funds, the
The
enterprise,
enterprise. Yep.
okay, the enterprise, um, to those things that he was doing in his personal time, which means that money is coming from out of the company's
Mhm.
account to fund his lifestyle. This
Mhm.
is bigger than a lifestyle at this point. And that's the point that's the other point I wanted to bring. Like, they have, like I said, I wanted to pull the transcripts today, but I couldn't because of what happened. But this is not just here anymore. They are pulling this man. When you go to court, and especially a federal court, right?
Mhm.
They not just basing it upon witnesses. Remember, we always say, if the feds come to get you, got some stuff.
Yeah.
You, and their conviction rate is high. Why is it high? Because they got some stuff, right? So
Exactly.
this is deeper than what people are saying at this point. They have evidence. When they
Yeah.
did those raids, they pulled device. Diddy didn't have a phone. That man is almost a billionaire. And then he got assistants that worked the day shift, and he got assistants that worked the night shift. And all of them gotta have phones.
Yeah.
All texting. They got messages between Diddy and D Rock. Um, the witness, that her pseudonym is Mia. The witness Jane Doe, Cassie, KK. They have these things, so it's not just hearsay anymore. And I think that I want all of us to pay attention to that. It's not just based upon these witnesses.
No.
Like, they have documentation, and that's why I said I'm so glad you said that, because we're going to talk about it a little bit. Um, so we already discussed the juror issue. They replaced the 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 juror, one juror, and now one's sick. That's why we're not. They had to cancel court today. But listen, the jury sees more messages between Combs and Ventura. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not. This is just not hearsay at this point.
Mhm.
They have the messages. Um, they also showed the jury some of the freak off videos,
Okay.
and to this point, um, you had one juror who was an older woman. She was so appalled and disgusted. She looked, but then she had to turn her head away. I guess it was too much for her. I don't know what was going on in them videos. The courtroom did not see it. It was just the juries, Diddy, his attorney, the prosecutors, and the judge. They're the only ones that were able to see that, because remember, a lot of things are close to the public.
Yeah.
So they showed them some of get it together. So let me just read this one first. So, jury sees more freak off videos taken from Cassie Ventura's lab. With U.S. Attorney's Office Special Agent Delessa, I said that right, Delisa or Delessa, Penland, under cross examination, defense played a long excerpt of freak off videos that were taken from former Sean Combs' girlfriend Cassie Ventura's laptop. Combs jurors and lawyers donned headphones and video monitors. So Combs, the jurors, the lawyers, they had on headphones and monitors that they had to look at, and the gallery went dark as the videos were played. For a moment, some of the sound bled through before the courtroom made an adjustment. So people heard the
We don't know
smacking.
whatever they heard, but I know what you thought he thinking.
Freak off! They heard the smacking. Wah, wah, wah.
We
They
don't
heard
know.
that.
It could have been just like nasty, dirty talk and shit.
No, the lady had to look away. She's not looking away for nasty, dirty talk. About. We need to be realistic about
I'm
this.
being really,
She
I don't
looked
know.
away. Let me finish. It is not clear what clips were shown, but they were longer than brief excerpts the jury saw Monday during the direct examination. Defense attorney Teeny Garagos has previously downplayed what's depicted in the videos. These videos, we believe, are powerful evidence that the sexual conduct in the case was consensual, so she agreed to do it. But she said that in the beginning of the see. That's the other thing too that's making me mad because everybody keep trying to make it like they denying that they did the shit. Sorry, I cussed early. Sorry, but everybody keeps acting like they denied it. Cassie did not deny nothing she did. She said she did the narcotic. She said she did the freak offs, and she said why she did all of that. Jane said she did the narcotic. She said she did the freak offs. And she said why she did all of that. You know what I'm saying? So these are not, that's why I said it's bigger than that. That's not what they trying to get him. They not trying to get him for doing freak offs. People nasty every day, B. Trust me, I know. I ain't that nasty because it was one too many in the room. But people, a little teeny freakiness in me. So this is not what the trial is about. That's what I'm saying. Everybody keep going back to that, and this is not what it's about. It's about proving the RICO charges. And like I said, they only need two, and so far they've already.
Yeah, what is it? I think I read a news article said if there's eight, they only got to prove what two of
two.
the eight. Yeah, two of the eight.
At this point, prosecution is ready to rest their case because they
Yeah,
feel confident that they got at least two. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah.
So anyway, what I said, these videos we believe are powerful evidence that the sexual conduct in this case was consensual and not based upon coercion. Coercion, Garrigo said during the opening statement. I don't think that's what they're trying to get him for, to be honest, though.
No, I.
Now, here, see, this is where the messages and all that, the technology comes into play. So remember, he did the thing with Cassie in 2016, right?
Mhm.
I hate to say what it. We all know what he did to her. Did the thing. Hold on. He did the thing. Trying to get my place back where I was at. He did the thing. There is. Damn it! I don't have time for this. Me in this tablet. Now you want. You know I don't got time. I'll read it from my phone. Anyway, he did the thing. And so what I'm about to read to you real quick is after the thing that he did in the hallway with the vase and all of that happened. These are text messages. These are not her saying. She said it happened. We saw the video. We know it happened, right?
Mhm.
He drug her back. That's
Mhm.
already kidnapping off the top. Mia said he kidnapped her.
Mhm.
Okay. And it's proof to that too, though. That's why I said this is not just hearsay anymore. They have the proof. But let me get to it. Let me get to the thing. The thing, because me saying that he beat her behind is just like so nasty. I don't like that. Um, I don't like that at all. Okay. So they show the messages, and in the she say what she had to say um about that or whatever. Hold on, because I want to get to the right one. That was not the one that I wanted to go to. All right, so then he sends her messages on a phone after he did the thing, and this just proves that the coercion of it. You feel me? Um, because everybody keeps going back to the freak offs, but I hate that part. Let's get to the facts. So after his 2016 caught on camera attack on then girlfriend Cassie Ventura, I was getting ready to call her Victoria Ventura, at Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, Sean Combs called and asked her repeatedly about Ventura, but Ventura ignored most of his communication according to the phone records. See what I'm saying?
Mhm.
records introduced at trial. The jury first saw messages arranging the freak off, so they saw that she played a part in it. You know what I'm saying? She said she did. She arranged a lot of them. That Ventura testified proceeded. She testified. Proceeded the violence that was captured on hotel surveillance footage that the jury has repeatedly been shown. The jury next saw phone records that showed Combs made dozens of unanswered phone calls to Ventura following her departure from the hotel. He also messaged her, and the message read, "Call me now," in one message. Put the bass in. You lucky she ain't stab you, but whatever. Call me now. That's one of the first messages. You gonna abandon me all alone? Another message read. Ventura responded once. I have a premiere on Monday for the biggest thing I have done in my life. I have a black and a fat lip. You are sick for thinking it's okay to do what you have done. Her message read, the premiere in question was the film The Perfect Match, in which Ventura starred.
Mhm.
Over the next several hours came more unanswered phone calls from Combs to Ventura, according to the records shown to the jury. The jury saw additional communication that indicated that in that afternoon, Combs' then chief of staff, Christina KK, I'm not going to say that girl whole name, KK, intervened. And she said to Cassie, just talk to him in a message, not on the phone, in a text message. They was crazy as shit. Y'all breaking all the law and y'all sending text messages about it. They
If
crazy. I don't care what you say.
it's
That's how you know they not hood, because hood boogers went on, not text messages. That's
well, I
evident.
think it was the over guise or the cover of it was more domestic, which is still breaking the law, but
It is,
sexual
and
and then
that was in
jealousy.
2016. But
And I
he never thought he was going to get caught. That's the
yes,
guys.
yeah, but also I think it's one thing to think about you're breaking the laws and yes, I'm smuggling drugs across the world. That's one thing, but then I still could feel in a sense of
Oh,
mind
they
if
in the text messages too.
okay, well, and that would be yeah, dumb shit. But if I'm
Oh,
thinking this
all
is
of us in the
a
text messages. I'm not done.
oh, do you want me to say anything or you want to continue?
I'm not done. Sorry, don't want to be in the middle. Just don't want him to go back over there. So that's what KK said to Cassie.
Yes.
Prosecutors also presented a separate exchange in which KK instructed an assistant to say that they had a fun drunk night. They tried to get more if they tried to get more info. So now that
Oh.
KK's name repeatedly during the trial because KK and everything. Though she hasn't testified and is not charged with a crime, federal a central figure in the alleged racketeering conspiracy, which is charged that he had denied. It's kind of hard to deny. Okay, whatever. KK has been named as a defendant in several lawsuits against Combs. She has denied the allegations contained in lawsuits and contained in lawsuits in a March 2025 statement, which her lawyer has told ABC News still stands. So even to this day, she stands. Oh, she riding for him. Oh, KK, you so loyal, girl. I'm not gonna read her statement because we've all heard it, and I'm tired of KK crap. Um, so basically, she said she ain't had nothing to do with that. But in a text message, also, she from KK to Diddy, she asked him to before the dude who was the security He popped and was sweating, and he needed 10 pills. That alone is trafficking. That dude was coming from one state to another. That's trafficking. And it's in a text message. So when I say, I'm not saying these things just to say, like, they're in message.
Oh, I think we may be having technical difficulties, y'all. Please give us a second. But thank y'all for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. This is the Wiretap. Right now, we're discussing the situation that's going down with the Sean Combs case that he's being accused of. I think Kat is getting everything back in order. But please hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. Do all those good things so we can keep the show going and y'all can see what's happening, what's going on. Hopefully, everything is okay. But this is the Wiretap. Wiretap goes down every Wednesday, y'all. It takes place directly after the Tap In. Tap In is the show that we do, the old school memory lane nostalgia stuff. So hopefully everything is working out good and we can get it all back in effect and everything. So we're just gonna take a little minute. If y'all could do, please, please, please do ambitiously ENT the podcast a favor. Check out the website. Please, it's down at the bottom of the screen. You can see the link for the Twitter, also for the Instagram, and also for the YouTube. If you're here watching from YouTube, thank you very much. If you're here watching from Twitch, thank you very much. If you're watching on Rumble, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. Let me check and see what's happening right quick to see if I see anything in any of the messages. But I think she is working on the situation as it goes right now. Just want to make sure. Wait, I think we're coming back. I think we're coming back, y'all.
We are back.
All
I
right,
don't know
awesome.
what's going on. It's the weather, y'all. So whatever happens, it happens. It's been, I told y'all, it's been thunder. Well, actually, we had a flood watch today and a severe thunderstorm from, I want to say 1 something to like 6, 7 o'clock.
Is you and the
So,
fam safe? You and the fam safe?
huh?
Is you and the family
Oh, we
safe?
always safe. We don't go outside for that nonsense. We ain't
Okay,
crazy.
I had to ask. I just want to make sure.
We don't participate in that nonsense. When it's out crazy outside, we crazy on the inside. But what I was saying was before all of that happened, and I gotta make sure I gotta keep looking up now. Um, all of all of this is in the text message. These are not things that people are saying. These are things that they pulled from the devices.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's not just hearsay at this point. Like, yeah, it'll be one thing you can be like, all right, we can't just base it upon what they said because people lie and da 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 da. But when you got it in a text message,
Yeah,
when you got him asking them to traffic narcotic from one state to another one, that is narcotic trafficking.
yeah. No, that's what I wanted to say is, and this only comes from the little thing when I thought I wanted to be a lawyer at one point in time. It's the
Uh-huh.
whole torts of possession is 9/10 of the law.
Uh-huh.
Because there's always that one chance it really wasn't in your possession, but it's your item. Your item
Right.
is your cell phone. And this is in the new world that we live in. Your cell
Uh-huh.
phone has so much stuff. So then all it takes is for them to say, is this your phone? Yes or no?
Uh-huh.
Simple. Then that means you are usually in control of your phone. How come the messages that are stated came from your phone to somebody else? Now that
Right.
1/10 could be, oh, I gave it to my assistant and he just threw an assistant on the bus if it really wasn't him. But if it directly came from his phone to the
I
other
was
person's
going to
phone,
say,
because
but all the phones are in under
his
his coverage.
and that's a whole nother thing, because then it could be like, so all these phones are your phone. Look, all these phones are your
No,
phone.
but they are all his property because they're all under his coverage.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. Even if my assistant has a phone that I pay for, I can look over, hey, text Kat and tell her I'm gonna be running late for the show. It's the same thing. That boom. But then on the flip side is Miss Ventura, was this your phone? Kat, was this your phone? You say yes. Who do you think you received this message from? And it could be oh, well, I know he could tell his assistant to tell me something and boom. Or no, this is the phone number that normally if me and him are just talking in private, this is what it is. When they put those two together, it's like, what do you think average reasonable people are going to think and understand? That's where it comes down with that. That's why he's kind of in a horrible situation with that because these messages are there. They're there.
And
Somebody sent them.
when I said the Smiley and the narcotic message,
Mhm.
that came from his phone to KK.
Yeah. So no matter what, that's it's how it goes. So yeah, with that thing of if these were actually stated things, and then they could prove that what was stated actually did happen, that's when you put people in locations. Then yeah, like this story just or this allegation, it would be hard to believe it didn't happen because if this is your phone or you are in control of these phones and these people in the same proximity as you, we can say, yeah, either you did it or you told your assistant to do it. But either way, these phones are all up on yours. But then the one person who can say, yeah, this phone is mine, they received that information, they received that text, they received that call. And then
Right.
who did you think you received it from? Boom. And that's why it's a bad situation that
All
yeah,
around. It's a
if they only
horrible,
got to do
horrible
two,
situation.
if they only got to do two, those two are at least right there to me.
Got him. I hate this. Got him. Listen,
Got him.
got him. They proved a like. Well, I won't say because if we basing it just off of witness testimony, then like you said, it's hearsay. They said that he said this. They said that this happened. Memories get faded. A lot of narcotic use was active.
Blurred
But,
memories.
huh?
I said narcotic, blurred memories.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
a lot of
one
that.
Cassie friend who couldn't remember the exact date, and that was kind of a thing that you brought up too. Like she said it happened on this date, and
Yeah,
boom.
well, Cassie said it happened one day, and then the friend said it happened another day, and then they proved that he wasn't in the state at
So
the
something
time.
happened, and everybody was high.
Yeah, everybody was high, so you just don't know exactly what day it happened. But I will say this: if you got more than one person saying that it happened, it's kind of hard to refute it. And also, proof of that was in the messages. How they tried to demean Mia during her testimony and try to put her down and make her seem like a liar. They went through the technology, and the technology proved everything that she was saying. This is his problem right now. It's not going to be the witnesses, it's going to be the technology.
That's every from when cell phones came along and people adopted that technology. That's going to be the downfall of anybody that does anything. And it was from the simple thing of somebody cheating on a significant other to federal cases like this, point blank
Mm-hmm.
and period. Because it's not like the jumping back to like the Epstein case where it was just logs.
Right,
People be lazy at work. Sometimes some people don't write stuff down. They like, oh,
right,
you just need to run and pick up something from your desk. If you a security guard, oh, just go ahead and do it. I ain't gonna write it down. But you know when you got your job, you was told if anybody
right.
comes
You
in
got
this
to write it
building,
all down. You got to log it all in.
but now, nope, your technology, your personal tracking device that you have in your hand or in your
Right,
pocket will tell exactly where you were, say what you did. It'll tell what you
exactly.
looked up. So, and that's the whole thing is like, and no, and it's only funny because I'm thinking about the other case too.
What? Which
You,
one?
the big U case, where
Oh,
you got
okay.
the phone, like, yeah, you got to check it. You literally recorded you saying something, and then
About
you,
yeah.
it's the same thing. No, technology is the super benefit of
And you know
justice.
what I think it is too, though, because people were so. And that's crazy that you just said Big U because I looked up and the case is still on the screen because we're not done with that case yet. But that's crazy. Um, these people like Big U, Diddy, they were so used to doing things before the technology got crazy that they got comfortable in doing those things and never thought about how technology would advance and all of this would, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Switch up on them.
No, and think
So
about how me and you are. We are of the same age, but we are people that we always talk about this before technology, but we still kind of get it and we rock with it.
right,
They are relatively older than us,
right,
not far, but older than us. So
right,
yeah, doing something it's either word of mouth or you can't prove it.
Right.
But now, like, you know, I could prove
But
it.
now it's like, yes, we can.
Your cell phone was there with you.
Right. It pinged you at this location at this. You pinged off that tower.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Oh, so let's get to Brendan real quick.
Okay.
Because my daughter got company and I don't want to do too much tonight. Because I got to go bake stuff. I hate when she got company. They always
Mommy
turn me
did.
into to freaking Brady
Look what mom.
Crocker and shit. But
I know,
anyway,
buddy.
now I gotta bake and cook. I had to make spaghetti earlier. I'm like, she's like, Mom. I'm like, okay. Brendan showed up to court. Remember, I told y'all that he would be in court this week. They asked him, did he intend on pleading the fifth? Because it would, and he said, yes. We know what the fifth is. 4-5-5. We know what that is.
Yeah, man.
So he said yes, and then they gave him immunity in the courtroom on the spot. So Brendan will be testifying against Diddy. Um,
Oh.
because of what happened today, he's set to testify on Friday. He'll start his testimony on Friday.
Can I say something right quick too? Because I think this is the one of the human parts I think people skip off on. When you're in court, one thing that I don't think people really understand is court is theater.
Yeah.
Even with, because I know a lot of people were saying, "Oh, nah, that was consensual and everything." I'm like, it's not the fact that they're saying about the free costs and stuff. Kind of like you said, it's more the fact of first we want to tear this person down a little bit,
Right. Make
show
him
you
look
what this,
horrible.
make them look horrible, show you what this person is capable of,
Right.
and then, and this is what the part I don't like, because you kind of like, yeah, a tinge. But if the majority of people like, what do you do behind closed doors? And then most people, general public, I would assume, be like, oh no,
Right.
I would never. But you don't know if they would or wouldn't behind closed doors. But
Right.
it's different when, because that's why I was like, when they showed the thing and you said the lady looked and then turned around. I'm like, I don't know what sound they were making. I don't know what was going on, but she may be trying to front like she's so whatever.
Nah, she
And that,
wasn't the only one. It was
oh,
more than just her. She was just the one I used.
no, but that's the thing that I'm like, people will front like, oh, I would not. That's the. But then you find out something about them, and because this is like the thing, you in your mind, you would think that all right, Diddy would have many girlfriends because you would say, oh, a man of that status and everything. But then you wouldn't think that all the other stuff that came behind it. But there's always been rumors.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's been a lot of rumors.
But then the dumb shit is you recorded the shit, so you gave proof to the rumor. That's where you fucked up. You gave proof to the rumor.
Oh, these rumors have been smacking for years.
Yes.
Smack, smack, smack. It's been a lot of rumors. But yeah, Brendan will he play okay, so Brendan Combs' former assistant invoked the fifth on the stand yesterday. That was yesterday. The jury was not present because you know they take them in and out for certain things. Subdamarian, who's the judge, will sign an immunity order compelling Paul to testify. So that's what it is. So he will be testifying. Direct examination of Paul is expected to take about 90 minutes, according to Assistant U.S. Attorney Comey. Like I said, this is more than hearsay at this point. Like that's okay. It's the one thing that we heard. You know, all the rumors that we heard him dicking people over for publishing, all of that stuff. That's one thing. But like we said, once it's in a text message or email, it kind of changes the whole dynamic of everything that you ever believed in anything.
Yeah.
We did role playing last week, right? I never hated the word like so much in my life, but I hate it. I hated it last week.
You know what I'm saying? No, baby. You know what I'm saying? Baby.
And know what I'm saying? I hated that last week too. It was too
Baby.
much like it and know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of that going on. It's like, really? So y'all don't know what else to say. Y'all
No.
code is all the way to it. Y'all don't even know how to talk in code. Y'all weirdos. Sorry. But we heard
That was
all
the
that.
I
And
gotta say
that
this.
those weren't those weren't that was from technology. Technology gave us those messages. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we just she said it. He said it. Like actually they weren't even text messages, though what we read last week.
No, that was a phone call.
Those were voice notes
Yeah.
between her and him. So technology, ooh, y'all better stop being out here breaking the law and using y'all technology to do it, because this y'all giving up some real weirdo vibes. Now, also, okay, so let me just give a brief situation. So Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson presented a timeline of records related to the March 16th altercation, which is at the Intercontinental between Combs and Ventura. The records include text messages, calls, photos, beginning with Ventura inquiring about an escort availability on March. That proves the trafficking and all the things that they say, because that escort went to another state. That's trafficking.
Okay. No, I was
He
meant like,
paid the
oh,
escort. That's prostitution.
yeah,
And then he flew. They have flight logs that prove that he paid. The enterprise paid for the escort to fly to where they were at so they could have a free cost.
yeah. And that's the thing that is always bugging me nowadays. And I'll be honest with you. The whole thing about, and I'm taking this about watching, to me, the more the younger generation of,
Yeah.
I got flued out.
Mm-hmm.
Let something go wrong, and then some young person on either side could be charged with sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Because if you fly
But
somebody
that's
from
why
one
we
place
gotta
to
teach
another,
them what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? So that they don't make the same dumbass decisions that this dumbass done made. But see, he already set in his ways. Like you said, he older than us.
yeah, he's in
So
his
he was
ways.
already set in his diddler ways and
Facts.
had been doing it for years. All right. Timeline records related to the altercation also detailed a flurry of calls and texts between Combs, Ventura, Combs' chief of staff, like I said, KK, Combs' former security guard, Damian Butler, who goes by D-Rock. Oh, that's so sad. And that make you think, look at D-Rock a little different too. Combs repeatedly called and texted Ventura after the incident. We already got into that a little bit. Listen, it's technology that's going to take him down. It's not the witnesses. It is the witnesses and what they say, but it's really the technology, because everything that they say is being proved in the technology.
Yep.
When they say that they trafficked those workers from one point to another, they flew them out, they did all of that. The flight logs detail that. You know what I'm saying? The
How
credit
many
cards.
how many freaking fire miles you got?
Yeah, you feel the credit cards. They even pinpointed what card it was paid with.
Yeah, that
And the card that he used was American Express,
was in your wallet.
the black card. I mean, literally, it's a black card. So they keep, they keep, and they keep. This don't look too good for him.
No.
I feel like prosecution is proven. Oh, let me change this real quick because I know I didn't do that before I get to that. Um, the prosecution. Oh, the prosecution. They just said it was a 6-pack of white ladies, but I feel like this 6-pack of white ladies is on one, and they got him. I don't think that his lawyer should have said that at all about that 6-pack of white ladies at all, because they got him.
Mm.
Let me make sure that's the
Yeah,
right one.
I mean,
They got him on that, and it's a thing. Like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I hope this is the
what do you
right
mean?
one.
What do
Let
you
me
do?
see. I'm put it on the screen to see. Yeah, I think it's the right one because it's 1 minute longer. Or 1 second longer. I don't know. Now, I have to get into this real quick before I get to the love notes. Let me say this real quick. So today I watched 50 Cent's Baby Mama, not the one that's not Jane Doll. The other one. The first one.
Okay. The only one I like, Daphne Joy. That's the one no, not
Yeah,
that one.
no, he has the first one. His son Marquise came from him.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
the
yeah. All
little
right.
one that
Yeah.
looked just like him.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh well, he ain't no. He a grown man now. He like in his. I think she said he 28 now, 28 or 29 now. So he close to 30. She's finally started speaking out. Now she has never done so before. She tried to write a book. He shut that down. She wanted to go on a show. They said he gave a fit about that and all that. I was between her and 50. But one thing she said that was very interesting to me. She said why 50 does not like 50 does not like Diddy is not for the reasons that are being stated on the internet.
I
That's
think
what she
there's
said.
multiple reasons that 50 don't like Diddy though.
Uh, she said the real reason, nah, it's not even multiple, it's one reason. She said, I watched it. You can go watch it yourself and find out.
Play the
She
audio. You can play the
said,
audio.
put it like this: Diddy is not the first person to sleep with somebody's baby mama. Oh, I'm waiting for her to come out because she gonna give it out. You know, she gotta give it out in little bits and pieces. She can't give you everything in one thing.
Wait, so that
50, Diddy is not the first person to sleep with somebody's baby mama.
okay. So that
And
would
this
be
is
one.
between Diddy and 50. So
I'm
if
missing something here then.
Diddy didn't sleep with Daphne first, that means 50 slept with somebody, one of his baby mamas. Now, Diddy has 4 baby mamas. Oh, wait.
So is this like a Uno
No,
reverse
Diddy got
where
4 baby mamas, huh?
I'm like, is this like a Uno reverse thing? Because did 50 do something to Diddy first and then Diddy retaliated and now we only know the side
That's
of
what she making it sound like. I don't know what it is. She ain't finished the story yet.
oh, that's yeah, I was confused because
Yeah, she
I
got to
assumed that
finish it. This is just part 1. She got some more to talk about. She talked about
oh,
a
okay.
lot of things. She talked about Daphne Joy, um, her after she claimed that 50 assaulted her and abused her and all that domestic violence. She said that Daphne Joy's attorney contacted her attorney to try to get her to testify on behalf of Daphne Joy, and she declined. And then they asked why did she decline, doing that, because it's been alleged that he was beating her up too, right? That's for a long time. We've been hearing that for a long time. She said because at one point in time, Daphne Joy was in cahoots with 50 and terrorizing her. And at one point in time, because Daphne Joy is thought that at one point in time, Daphne Joy, you gotta watch it. It's on YouTube. You can go find it yourself. Daphne Joy thought that she and her son were gonna be put on a higher pedestal than her and her son Marquise. And so that stopped her from testifying on Daphne Joy's behalf. Just for him, well, he take good care of the young son, but just for him to do Daphne Joy how he was doing her.
because there's one thing that we kind of agree that 50 will be ultra petty. And I would say this, hearing all this stuff and thinking about a lot of things, I think if anything, 50, I think 50, as much as it may not seem like, I think if he likes you and he falls in love with you, then he wants to make sure you're good. But you do the one wrong thing,
Then he
I
gonna
think
make sure you're not good.
it's scorched earth for the rest of well, look, we know what he do with the men. This is just women
So
with his
imagine
child.
how he is with a woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's what
And
she
then
said. Go watch it yourself. It's on YouTube. Just type
okay.
in 50 Cent Baby Mama talking about whatever. It'll come out. But that's what she said. And apparently it did not start with Diddy saying he wanted to take 50 shopping. She said it's a lot deeper than that. She would know. She was there.
So does this change any envisionment you have for 50 Cent?
No, he's still my favorite supervillain.
Okay. All right.
I, I, I don't see. That's the thing. I report this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not in really. I be knowing the stories and stuff because I hear stuff. I spend some time in the music, and you know what I'm saying. I hear things here and there. You feel me? Like I heard some shit over the weekend or the week last week going into the weekend about one of two of my favorite people, and I work with them. Well, it wasn't no bad shit. It was just I had to send them a message like, "Sir, stop it." But cause people be thinking this rap shit is just niggas' whole lives and like niggas won't fuck them up. And they will. Um, especially the niggas that I was rolling with, they will fuck you up. But I heard a little tale. I sent him a message like, "Sir, stop beating people up." And then he laughed, and that was the end of that. I hear shit. I don't even really be, but I hear shit. I hear shit about my old neighborhood all the time, and I don't be in my old neighborhood at all. You feel me? I'm still from there, but I don't be there. You feel me? But my ears are to the streets, whether it be music industry streets or streets. My ears are there. I be knowing shit, and people like, "How the fuck you know that?" And I gotta be like, "I'm
You
me.
know. You
I
know.
hear shit."
Just admit it.
You
You know.
feel me? Um, But as far as their personal lives, like what they got, you hear shit, but it's like, all right, that happened. You know what I mean? They got to deal with that, not me. You feel me? I can't not like his music no more because they had their little issues, or him and Daphne had their little issue. I like his music. I always did since the mixtape 50. You feel me? That was my dude. That was my guy. Um, Before the aftermath situation, that was my guy. That was my dude. I'm not going to stop liking his music because of that. And I'm not going to lie. I like some of his antics because he be telling the truth on a lot of shit. And he's an asshole. That
Yeah.
don't make me stop liking him. He's still my favorite anti-villain.
Okay.
He told the truth about a lot of shit that was going on.
That's
So
the
I
best
can't be.
policy to tell the truth about shit. But
I
I
respect the person that tells the truth.
yeah, and I think the flip side just to me is looking at like, oh, that's why he goes the way and it because to me I look at it like and I just said it. If you are this petty against dudes, and also it could be a physical confrontation, but then you are also this petty with women, let alone women that have your child.
And that
They
takes me to
don't
another
cross
person.
this person.
You call him. I'm not gonna call him that ever though, because I
What?
keep telling y'all he not everybody. He a woman beater. He a woman beater. I'm not taking that. I'm gonna say here everybody beater because it's not just men. It's women and men. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I
Well, I
If
also
you ever
think,
put your hands on me, just know it's a problem.
but this is
But
what I
that's
think it
your
is.
personal life. That don't mean I'm supposed to stop rocking with what I like about you.
Yeah, but I think this is, and this is my opinion. I think anything with the first mother of his child, that might have been younger 50, but I think he can recognize a lot more now that I got shit to lose and I don't want to lose it. So
Exactly.
the most thing I can do is use my resources, which we've seen him do this before.
And he will sue you.
And that too, look, no, and I respect him for that. Like, you know what? I'm
I'm
young,
not
I'm
gonna
older
fight you in the
now.
street, nigga. I'm gonna sue you.
Sue you or Gyro, I'm gonna buy your whole first 10 rows of your concert.
Yeah. Now,
That is
now, if
fucked
you
up
remember
though.
anything about him back in the day too, remember back when Hot 97 used to before he got banned from Hot 97. Um I forgot the Smurfs. I forgot the nigga name, but he had did a Hot 97 performance and they was throwing chairs on the stage and he caught the chair with one hand and he threw that back. Like this is him. You know what I'm saying? He's
No, I
more
just
mature now,
yeah.
like you said.
You got shit to lose.
Yeah,
I
but
do understand your world changes when you have
how
shit to
you gonna
lose.
get mad about something that he been showing you who he was the whole time? He just changed up how he do things now.
Yeah, he has
That's
more
it.
resources.
But he been him, and he ain't hid that shit from none of us. So do I feel any different about 50? No, I don't. I
Okay,
don't, because he been showing us. It's
okay.
just up to us to look. Diddy, he been showing us. It was up to us to pay attention now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
So no, I don't feel no different kind of way. I'm not that kind of person to be like, you know what? I don't like this person anymore because I heard this, that, and the third. Now, if you messing with children, I'm definitely not rocking with you no more. If I ever, if there's, and well, I don't rock with Diddy anyway, but I mean, I don't got no beef with Diddy. Well, I don't, I don't know, because
that's a complicated
he
word.
confuses me. But it's a lot of other people out here like, all right, that's your personal life. That don't have nothing to do with me. That don't mean, you know what I mean? You smacked the, that's between you and that bitch. I hope she sue you for smacking her. But that, do I not like you anymore? That's no. You know what I'm saying? Would you ever smack the shit out of me? You might smack me, but just know you're gonna get cut right after that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things we have to pay attention to.
Yeah,
But I'm not gonna stop. I rock with mixtape 50. So I'm not going to stop rocking with Mixtape 50. He showed
okay.
us who he was. He been showing us who he was. You feel me? And I still liked him, so I'm not going to change that now. And I been knew that they said that he beat bitches' asses. Cause like I said, it was a whole thing with him and his first baby mom.
But
This is not new. You know what I'm saying? This was not new information to me. Now, the shit with Daphne might be a little bit more newer because I didn't know that they had this whole DV situation and all of that. But I've been knew about what he had going on with his baby mama, his first baby mama, his grown son baby mother. You feel
but
me?
but I see that to me that in my head, I'm like that was younger him with reckless abandon compared to being older
And
mature.
even the shit with him and Daphne, because their son is only about 10, 11. You know what I'm saying? He was older then when that happened, but at the same time, I think with that situation, it made him realize, like, ooh,
I, I have a
maybe
whole
I need
quote.
to stop beating bitches' asses and just be petty, stop paying the bills or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Get a
I know.
great lawyer and make sure that this bitch don't get millions and millions in child support. She gonna get 3,500 a month, 5,000 a month. You feel me? You won't be living a lifestyle off of me, bitch. You know that type of situation.
I don't know why Snoop popped in my head, but bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. But I'm sorry. Look, when you said it, I thought about he connected to Snoop, Dre, and all them,
And
and
that's
he
probably what
probably
he
like,
was thinking when it was time for court, child support court. He like, oh, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You feel me? I'm about to
EIMP,
fix this bitch, huh?
EIMP. I don't know what
And
you
then
heard
you
about
know you
me.
got, and then the mo from what I heard, the mo is that that chick always. Well, she said it herself. She always date men that
Yeah,
provide for
that's
her.
the whole thing.
So, and with that being known, and knowing that there's no kid out here on this planet that needs more than 5,000 a month to survive.
Oh, hold on, Crystal, that's you. Yeah, what's up? I'm on my show.
Hey, Crystal.
I have the headphones in here. Kat said hello, Crystal. That's my other sister.
Hey, girl. It's like no, but
Whatever. If it's cold, put it in the fridge, please. Okay. Okay. Love you too. Thank you.
but you see what I'm saying? Like I always say, you don't need more than $5,000. 5,000 is very generous for a kid. You don't need to live in a mansion. You don't need a $10,000 a month house. That's just yourself a grand. You know what I mean? Like you don't need
But
that.
if you have to maintain the lifestyle that you
You
already
don't have
live
to
with,
have that lifestyle.
but that's an
That's the
argument
whole.
that
You
people can
don't have
use.
to maintain it. You want to. Need and want is two different things.
But the child, if they only knew one thing,
Again, it does not take more than $5,000 a month to raise a child.
true.
That means you need to take that $5,000 a month and do what you need to do for your child, and also hustle your ass off so that you can be good too. You like men that provide for you, so go get you another nigga to provide. That's what she did, though.
That's what she did. Look, come on, you thought about that's what she did.
She went to his sworn enemy,
Enemy. Yep.
and then she got a $10,000 a month. That's because she was doing a freak off stuff. He called it a love contract. That's what Diddy called it to her. He also told her she was a crack pipe.
Damn. But no, and now it makes it really funny when, oh, I know you was a worker. Remember all
Yeah,
them
you little
things?
worker.
Yeah, that's petty as fuck. But hey,
Yeah, Diddy told her in transmitted messages, he told her to stay in the light. Stay in the light. Because they had just had a freak off. That was like probably one of their first freak offs, right? He told her to stay in the light. He told her to go look for a spot, the provider part. And he told her she was like a crack pipe. That's what he gonna start calling her.
and
His
as
crack
the
pipe.
man I am, I'm sorry, I have to ask this question. If you, see, this is just my curiosity, and maybe this is for another show, but I cannot understand. All right, if you're this type of woman and this is your thing that you do,
Mm-hmm.
you know you fucked up over here,
Right.
but you will still bow down and let somebody else make it worse only because you know you fucked up over here.
Doc, I could never understand because I've never been that type of woman. So
Because it's
I
like
don't
if you had it
understand.
good here, but you did something this person didn't like, either reconcile or move on. But then you move on, and it's
Something
actually to
better.
the enemy. No, I don't know if it's something better because you had something good. You probably fucked it up, but then you go
That's
over
what I'm saying.
here.
She moved on to something that was not better because he had her doing that. And she said herself, she only did it because she wanted to please her man. She didn't do it because it's something that she wanted to do, which
And I
is the
bet 50 probably
coercion.
never ever doing that shit. But I don't know. I don't know.
She wasn't, she said it herself. And then she told him she was going to stop. And she said that he threatened to send them freak off tapes to her baby daddy.
I Where was I on? I was on a vlog thing because I was making sure I'm trying to keep up with what you talking about all the time because I don't really be in it. But I
Listen,
do remember seeing
what I'm watching is not, this is from the court. This is coming from the court case.
that shit.
He threatened her and told her that if she didn't keep doing the freak offs, that he was going to send them videos to her baby daddy. And so she kept doing the freak offs. So it was him threatening to not pay her rent. That was
And 50
one.
not paying the rent.
And
50 only
then
paying
doing the
child
freak
support.
offs. Then when she said, fuck it, I fuck it, you just going to, then he said, I'm going to send the freak off tape to your baby daddy. And 50 was like, you little worker.
So 50 was right. 50 was right. 50
So,
was right. 50 was right. I'm sorry.
and I know they keep trying to redact her name in court because they have to, because she said she didn't want nobody to, but
I was gonna fuck up
remember,
her shit.
before all of this hit, before the indictment hit, when we was talking about Little Rod and shit, her name was in that case. Remember?
So,
She was involved in that case, and that's when 50 first started calling her a little worker.
oh, you're right. You're right. That's when the whole little worker and shit started popping out.
That's when the little worker, little schmex worker, started coming out of 50 mouth. So I'm like, it's hard for me to redact her name because we already read one
So,
case where she was involved.
so the problem is that who's she gonna find next?
Oh, ooh. And Carisha them been named in, oh, because I didn't tell y'all about that. So it's another lawsuit that came out.
Wait, another. Wait. Okay, I'm listening.
Civil lawsuit that came out. So he's being sued. But who he's being sued by has already been on Tasha K. Let's just say that. She's been mentioned in this case too.
I don't know what it is.
But she was one of the first people to, and that's because she was mad because he was spending a lot of time with Cassie, Jane Doe, and a couple of other people. And then Carisha came into the picture. But she's suing him and Carisha in this case. So Carisha has entered the building.
I've been saying that it's kind of funny that I don't know. You won't hear shit about her name no more.
And remember, Carisha was mentioned in the Lil Rod lawsuit.
Yeah, her and her cousin.
Mm-hmm. Trying to suck that pee-pee penis. She didn't even let that man wipe it off, shake it off, or nothing. She just trying to suck it. Like, oh, girl, can the man wipe his schlong first?
She
Or
said
at
she
least shake it off one good time. You just gonna put it in your mouth with the pee-pee on it? That's insane.
Either
That's
way, it's just wild as hell that
That's insane. You just gonna do that with the pee on the schlong? You ain't let them rinse it off or nothing. You just
hold
drop
on, wait,
down.
you forgetting that Westcott said she don't mind getting golden showers though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they all related.
Think about this. Look, that's a dot 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 dot. But anyway,
They all related. That's crazy. All right, let me get to these love notes real quick. You go do what you need to do. I
no,
forgot
look,
they are related.
I didn't change my situation. I just bring the shit in here now.
Oh, all right. Then we gonna get to these love. I forgot they are related. That is her cousin. They
But they
like
ain't
PP. That's
look,
crazy.
apple don't fall too far from a tree and the roots the planet.
I wonder what kind of grandmother they got, because it's that's her cousin. They like PP penis. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. Y'all, we gotta make light of these crates because these are some dark ass stories that we telling. So we gotta find a comedy in it. That's why Cuba been a running joke forever. Um, but I forgot they is
You know,
cousins. They
hold up.
like PP penis.
Are you
Huh?
ready for this fucked up joke?
Go oh shit, go ahead.
What
I'm
if
scared.
that was
Go
Cuba
ahead.
Gooding Jr. dressed up as Kanye West that went to the courthouse?
Now
Your
that's
face is killing
Kanye.
me.
That shape, that body, that head, that face, the way he walked. Kanye got a certain. Nah, that was that ninja. He
Oh, but I
walked
just
in there,
thought it
and
funny.
you know what made me mad about that? The way he walked into that courthouse like he was doing something. Like Kanye, sit your simple ass down. You're the last person that need to be coming to support anybody. But I really think, and I said this, oh, that's crazy. I had a conversation about this earlier today. Because I really don't think he came, like everybody, like, oh, he came to support Diddy. I think it's beyond that. Because in the testimony with Jane Doe, she talked about her, Diddy, a rapper, and his wife, but it ain't Jay-Z and them. And them being in a orgy type of freak off. Like somebody was getting, and him and his wife was there. And you know Kanye and his wife is weirdos. Remember back when they was in I think Italy,
Yeah,
and they were
on
on
the
the
boat.
gondola,
Yeah, on the boat. Yep.
and then she was slobbing on that knob on the gondola, and then he got banned from that company forever because she was slobbing on his knob on the gondola. Like, dude, they don't do that type shit in Italy. I mean, I know, but I mean they do, but not on a gondola. The man just pushing the boat. Just pushing,
Like I gotta look forward. I gotta look forward.
yeah. The man just he's supposed to be singing, but he can't.
Look, Lil Rod wasn't there to play the piano while he sang.
Oh, and that would have been a great part-time job for him.
Hell no. That's fucked up.
It would. He got experience. I'm wrong. I'm lying.
No, you're not, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying he got experience on being a musician on the boat.
A boat, a yacht, not a gondola, but
Listen,
like he had to be up there with a Casio keyboard.
yeah.
That's
Hit
fucked
the
up.
little button and it'd be like beep, 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 beep,
Like,
beep.
you remember when the
Remember the
Casio
Casio,
yeah.
the little buttons at the
He just played the beats.
and then he just listen, he got experience. You know he not gonna get seasick. I'm just saying.
You are 100% right. You are 100% right.
Hit the button, and all he gotta do is this.
That's horrible. No.
On
Lil
the
Rod would be
gondola.
nervous though. Wait, who's on the boat today? It's not Diddy, is it? No, it's just Jay.
No, it's just
All
Kanye
right.
and his wife.
All right. I never experienced him. Is Cuba coming?
So listen, Little Rod, that might be a career choice for you. And
That's fucked
you
up.
know, gondolas in Italy are beautiful. I'm just saying, it's a beautiful thing.
Fucking Lil Rod scared of water now.
He might be a little bit, but it's a good option for a part-time job for him. That's all I'm saying. He already got experience on the boat and being a musician on the boat, so he can sing or rap or whatever it is that he does besides making beats and stuff. And yeah,
Wait,
I'm
hey,
just saying, take into consideration.
hey, this guy got a bathroom. Why? I need to put my equipment in there. What? Oh, I'm used to doing that.
See what I'm saying? It's a great option for him. That's all I'm saying. Poor little Roy. Poor little Tank. I feel bad for him a little bit. I felt bad for him when we was reading the case, but I feel bad. And then the crazy part is everything that he said in his case kind of line up with everything that's going on in this indictment.
It
Low
does.
key.
Look, even to the P shit.
Low key. Jane Doe is in his case. I'm not saying Jane Doe no more, goddamn it. Daphne Joy is in his case because we already know who it is. We read that case before we got to this case. Daphne Joy was in that case that kind of line up with what's going on right here, right?
Yes, exactly.
Listen, some sicko shit. The narcotic was in the case, and now we talking about narcotic in an indictment. Schmeck's workers was in the case. They in this case. See what I'm saying? It's kind of
Yeah.
lining up. I think Raw to get his money.
Or
I
his
think I,
career.
I think because of this indictment in this case, this trial I think he's gonna get his money. Not all that maybe he's asking for, but he's gonna get something. You feel me?
Yeah,
Cassie
he
got
should.
hers.
His shit. Yeah, his shit aligns.
Yeah. And
So
when,
that's the problem.
and that's the other problem. Because his shit aligns with what they saying in this case.
Which aligns with what Cassie was saying, which aligns with what Don Rashad said. There's enough that aligns.
Yeah. Everybody not lying. Under the prison. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if they got it under the prison, but they got it under the prison. I guess it's hell. I guess that's the next step to under the prison is hell. But they go right put in there because everything lines up. Everything. And people try to talk to me about this case low key, and I'd be like, you have no clue how many cases I've done of Diddy's alone. And they was just civil suits. They wasn't even a criminal trial. But because of all the cases that I've done in the civil world, and now we here in the criminal side, it's really hard for you to tell me anything. And especially about Cuba Gooding Jr. It's very hard. Y'all don't know. I seen pictures of stuff. Like
You was still don't got a kid. I
I'm
think
not just going off.
I
And
said,
that's the other thing. I need y'all to know. I'm not just basing this about just on me personally. It's not hearsay. Like I'm cat. I'm in these trenches. I'm out here on the ground in these trenches. Every court case that man has had thus far, well, not everyone, because there's a lot of them, and I'm not doing nothing that got the ambulance chaser on it, Busby. I don't trust nothing he got. We
I
did one
just
case from him, and I was like, sir,
I
she's
just hear
13 years old. She does not have a bucket list.
facts. I just hear everything you talk
That
about,
was enough
everything
for
you
me.
present me. I read it and I think about it and I do logically, emotionally, what would happen, what would people think? And I'm like, oh, there is at least a thread through all this.
Right. But
You
that
pull one
one,
thread,
I'm not doing the ambulance chasers cases. So now I haven't pulled any of those. But for the most part, I really have been pulling cases. I've been able to tie a lot of things together, and now we are here.
yep,
Doc don't be on here talking about dot for nothing. I be putting the pieces together.
yeah,
I should
facts,
in another life I probably was a detective.
probably.
I might have
Probably.
been Sherlock Holmes back in my old times. I don't know. Cause I be putting shit together. But yeah, so no, when y'all be trying to talk to me, I'm talking about real life people. When y'all be trying to talk to me shit about shit, I'll be like, you do know I cover I cover this, right? So I I cover this, and do you know that I've covered many other cases? I've been covering cases since 1990,
Damn.
about 1990. So it's kind of hard for me to listen to you and you tell me something about cases that I've read with thine own eyes.
Yeah.
It is. So I'm like, y'all just now they're basing it off of hearsay. I'm not. I'm basing the documents we've read.
Yeah. And our resident, I'm talking to at least my father. He's of course my father, but he's still on. I just think they're trying to bring all these black men down. But I'm like, there is a
I had
point.
that in there,
But
but Diddy shit, he did that shit.
yeah, and that's the thing. I'm like, nah, sometimes these people be doing that shit. And I know. I just said, nah, these people did it.
Now, do I
There's,
want it to be that he did the shit? Of course not. I don't want no black man doing no nasty shit like that. No weirdo shit like that. But he has a track record.
well, and I know you
Everybody
need to
is
get,
not lying.
yeah, well, there's one thing, and I know you need to get the love notes on. I'm trying to keep it.
I
But
know,
no,
because we
this is
keep
what I do
doing it.
understand when I talk to my dad, though. A lot of the things in his world, they never existed. So to him,
Right.
he's like,
Exactly.
there's no way he had all these women and da da da. I'm like, he's a
Shit.
rich.
That nigga was almost a billionaire. Yes, the fuck he did.
But see, that's the thing. This is like a old school thing compared to my age thing and seeing like, no. And then I'm like, you don't even understand what the younger
And he
folks are
never
doing.
been an almost billionaire. He don't know what that is.
Yeah, and that's no. I try to explain it. He was like, they just making this. I'm like, Dad, I don't
Nah,
know. No,
pops.
you don't look
Nah.
when you
Everybody
have
not lying.
access
And
to a lot
then
of shit.
you know what make it worse? Because it's not just female. It's a male in there. Two males in there actually, but let's just go with the one male who had pictures, evidence.
Right, LeBron.
We seen what they said happened to G. We
Yeah,
seen all on the floor. We seen the blood, and we
yeah.
still don't know where G is.
No, remember, that was a good one that we did because remember we looked it up and I said, hey, I live in California. And I'm like, no, there's no reason they would have been in this place where our industrial
Right?
area, but they would have came up and
Yeah,
then
we was on
it didn't
that
make
extra
sense to me.
detective work. Pulled the picture up and everything.
But
Like, why would he go out of the gate?
I guess this is one of the things I know when my dad asked me about, like, what do you think? And I told him because oh no, I do a show with you, and I said no, we actually get the court documents, we read the shit, and then there's other stuff, and then I'm like, there's rumors that had always been floating around, but to him, and I'm not saying I'm saying this softly though, but to my father's mind, it's like this is just America trying to bring a black man down. But I'm like,
Man,
sometimes they do shit though.
sometimes you gotta bring a black man down, especially when he doing foul ass shit like this. Where the hell is G?
I thought I asked you about it. You said you heard something that the person still exists and they're okay
Yeah, that was
overall.
hearsay. We don't know.
Oh damn!
I
All right, my
still
bad.
say, where the hell is G? We don't know. Nobody's seen G. G didn't come up and be like, hey, I'm alive.
I
And then they
gotta.
lied. Then they had the police connection and they lied and said that, man. And then it didn't make sense because why you going to bring them from outside, inside, drag the blood all through the studio?
Thank you. Because then that makes more of a cover up for you to do with the police. But
Right.
then
Take
when
them
you
to
can
the
have the police,
bathroom. Now they got to bring them back out.
yeah, I do. This is, I always try to give you something to do. I'm curious only because I was talking about it. What is your father or think about this? Have you ever asked or they never brought it up?
I don't talk to my father about it because I know my father. And he probably going to have the same standpoint. They just trying to bring another black man down. My
Now,
father has the link to the show. If he really wants to watch it, he can watch it. You know what I'm saying? He could go and watch it himself, right? But I don't talk to him about it because I know my I'm gonna give you a prime example of why I don't talk to him about shit like this. Because when I was married, um, and I've talked about it a lot of times about how I was going through domestic violence myself. That's why I say y'all don't know unless you're in it. You can never tell a chick how she's supposed to deal with it. And sometimes we endure stuff just because we love a person and we trying to make it better and we trying to fix it. That's why I say what I say at the end of the show about no matter how you try to fix it, you're not
happiness,
going to fix it. They'll
happiness.
find something else to nitpick about, right? And I remember riding with my dad, and I had just went through like this is before I actually left, right? And I'm having a conversation about with my dad about what I was going through, right? And he said, "Well, sometimes when a man pays all the bills, and at the time my ex-husband wasn't even working, I was the only one working.
Well, all right. I'm sorry.
And I
In my
had to
head,
look at my dad and I said, Daddy, we gonna stop talking right now because you don't know what you talk about. I was the one working. And I'm gonna tell you where I was working. I was working for Baltimore City School Systems. And my ex-husband was not working because he had smoked some weed and Amtrak got him on a piss test. And suspended him indefinitely, which is fired, basically.
basically.
That's a nice way that they try to tell y'all
Yeah,
that y'all fired. You're suspended indefinitely.
to get us back on track. Maybe
Wait a
we
minute, I
could do
can't hear you.
a.
What you saying?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, I was saying maybe this type of conversation needs to be safe for a wet and wired, but because this is a deep one. Because in my head, I'm like, "Yo, dad," and be like, "No, what the fuck is going on?" He actually sided with that of well, the
Sometimes
man.
when a man pays all the bills, so these are not. I'm not gonna have a conversation about this with him because I know how he can get, and I know that I'm going to want to say some things to him. You know what I'm saying? So I just keep the conversation.
The fucked up shit is this is when I do quote unquote appreciate misogyny because my dad was, oh, you did what to my daughter? Where you at?
Yeah.
And that's
Now,
the weird thing. I'm like, what?
actually,
Huh?
he liked my ex-husband a whole lot. So no, because
Okay.
they're both Marines. Feel me? It was a Marine thing. You feel me? So it was just like, so when he said that, I looked at him like, fool. First of all, you pay all the bills. You feel me? my mother, my mother go hard in the paint. She work hard. But then on top of that, he not paying all the bills. So how dare you say something? But even if he did pay, and this is why I am the way I am. This these things that I say to y'all explain a lot about me. Because even if you do pay all of the bills, that don't mean that you get to put your hands on me. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
never. All right.
I
All
don't
right.
give a fuck if you pay all the bills. Put your hands on me, you're gonna get hurt. And my ex-husband did. He put his hands on me. I told y'all about the coffee pot. I'm not gonna keep going back to the story.
Love notes, palate cleanser. Let's go.
Don't play with me. I'm not her.
You can save the roar and everything towards the end.
Yeah, I just need you. No, I'm gonna give you the roar right now. No, I'm not her. I'm the
We
last
gotta
one.
make some. We
I'm
gotta
the
make some.
last one that you ever want to play with like that because I'm a fight back. I'm a fight. I mean, I don't like the fight. I'm a lover first, but if I gotta be a fighter, it gets ugly. But anyway, now it is time for the love notes. Now I will break down the love notes. All right, it is time for some love though. Anybody watching from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, I appreciate you so much. I love you. Oh, and Rumble. Gotta add y'all in now because y'all a new audience. And Rumble. Thank you. And Rumble been giving us love over there. Hi, Rumble. But thank you so much for watching this podcast. We appreciate you so much. You guys are extraordinary. This is called Live Love or Replay Love, however you want to do it. But thank you for showing up and showing out. But now it is time for the love notes. It is. The love notes is our listener audience. I try to explain this earlier in this show, this evening show. You never know. Y'all might look at my viewership and be like, well, whatever, whatever. But I'm telling you, my listening audience is amazing, and you're about to see why. Um, they're huge, they're large, and in charge. But so you know what I mean. I cater to what my audience is. But anyway, this is due diligence. It is time for the love notes, though. Let's get to why we call it the love notes. You ready, Doc? Because you right here, and you better not have no props. I'm what?
No,
I'm watching you.
I'm doing my sayings right now.
Okay, all right. Because I gotta watch you sometimes. Next thing you know, just pop up with a composition notebook, and then I gotta be like, "Where the hell did that come from?" But
Um,
anyway, I used to call it love. Doc used to call it show notes. Yeah, I was never gonna call it show notes. Like, what the hell? It's not show notes. It's love. Um,
Helly.
yeah, we bickered. We went back and forth. Like he's not Brazilian. I'm not Brazilian, but he was my Brazilian man. I was his Brazilian woman, and we went back and forth, and then we realized that there is no love without compromise, and now we call it love notes. notes. That's basically the story. And as far as the composition notebook, Doc did used to say, because of how many papers and pages and stuff I had, that I had a stack of papers the size of composition notebook. It was not that big. It was not that thick. I was trying to see if I had one down here real quick so I could show y'all. No, it wasn't, but it was a lot of papers. Um, because there was a lot of city states and countries and territories on those papers, we can then sit down. We don't do that anymore. Now we do this because Doc was running his mouth about my stack of papers. Now we do this. We've gone green. We don't do that anymore. Now we do this. Love is all love. Thank you for the love. We appreciate you. Shout out to the top 6, the United States, the United Kingdom, India, China, Canada, Belgium, specifically Brussels. I love you. Thank you so much for being loyal and dedicated. Can't change the list around because can't nobody top y'all. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, Kenya. Hi, babies. I love you so much. Thank you for the love. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, France, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, Czech Republic, Portugal, Morocco. Hi, I love you guys too. Thank you for the love. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, Lithuania, Sweden, Bangladesh, Latvia. Hi, I love you. Thank you for tuning in and just coming back because I'll be saying y'all be coming back and I like it. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You guys are great. Best day of my life. So, Hungary, Greece, Denmark, Jamaica, Slovakia, Ukraine, Peru. Hi, booze. I love you too. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the love. Oh man, thank you for the love. It's extraordinary and it makes me feel good in the inside. Italy, Egypt, and last but not least, Malta. I love you guys. Thank you for the love. Man, this list gets longer. Every time I get a new country, I want to do a dance. Y'all can't see me right now. I'm dancing now. I stopped. But man, it's extraordinary. And then it's extraordinary to see new people, but it's extraordinary to see returning people, returning countries. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is amazing to me. And thank you guys for the love and the respect and, the loyalty. You guys are amazing. And I appreciate my audience very much. Now, let's get to what Doc has said because he always got something to say. What Doc has said is top flight, catch the vibes. No one, oh, no, not know what I'm saying. It better not be a like. Oh, it's a like in there too. Oh, you get on my nerves. So Doc said top flight, catch the vibes. Know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, last week was crazy. I wanted to punch him and her in their face. Doc also has said like worldwide, like baby, 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 baby. You get on my nerves. Before my what? Security's run. Security's run out. Brandon the snitch? No, not Brandon. So you knew Brandon was going to snitch. Brandon was not doing no. I told you what his mama and daddy said. Brandon, you gonna get on this thing today.
Yes,
He ain't
Mom.
built for this life.
Yes, Mom.
He ain't built for this life. And then again, you know what I'm saying? This get on my nerves. They made me mad last week. I wanted to punch them in their face. Like, how many times you gonna say, you know what I'm saying, or like? But we did do the research to find out why she says like so much. She's a Cali girl.
But I think his know what I'm saying was coded, and he didn't understand how to relate it to her. Like, I think if he could say like, "Bitch, I'm fucking under investigation,"
right? They trying to get me, bitch.
Play the fifth, the fifth.
4, 5,
5. Look, my favorite one. That's what I think it was. But
bitch, if
like, you know what I'm saying?
You keep trying to talk to me through these messages and shit. Now look but he had a point. He had a valid point. because he kept trying to tell her, I can't really be, and she was still, but I feel so kind. Listen, you know what I'm saying?
Look, look, H-Town, emotions make you cry sometimes. Emotions make you, it was her emotions.
It was. And he knew that them messages was going to be his downfall or part of his downfall. And he did not lie to himself.
The only calculation that I don't understand, when he made that first phone call and it was that overly emotional, and it was kind of like, I'm like, in my head, reading that shit, I was like, oh, she ain't gonna get it. I'm not talking to her no more. I let her be mad and say, you never call me back. I can't talk to
If
you.
anything,
You don't understand
you
nothing.
go to where she at and talk to her in person and be like, listen, bitch.
You do the whole the Nas video where the cigarette off the mafia video. Look, listen, bitch.
And we gotta go outside. They might be tapping the house. So listen, bitch.
Oh no, and you may be wired.
Oh yeah, let me check. Nah, and then he got to do what he did to Justin Bieber and be like,
oh, this is so he already kind of knew though.
Yeah, he been there. They kind of gotta let you know that you under investigation. They can't just. He knew.
Got a little baby thing here right here. I'm like, listen, bitch. Look, first off, quit saying like. All right.
I'm tired of your likes. We not tired of your likes over here. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but bitch, if you say like to me one more goddamn time, now they trying to. Let me check you real quick, because that's how he did Justin Bieber. And you know what? With that video surfacing, I really feel like he did do something to that boy. Because while he was patting him down, like, let me make sure you don't got no wire on you. He might not have did it, but he might have sold him off to some people.
Oh, because and I know we trickling on time. I do think, because I remember when it's always when they're a younger artist and they get to experience adult shit just because they're famous at a younger age. Bow Wow talked about it, Usher talked about it. Right. And I will believe that Justin Bieber talked about it. It's like, I wouldn't say that they did something to these people, but I think they experienced shit. It was like that even at their young age, 25, before 25, their minds couldn't, and they like.
And remember, when they got Usher was 11, 12-ish, 15-ish. When they got Justin, around about the same age. But Justin said, now, he did make a statement. He said Diddy didn't do it, but some other people did some shit to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he was crying about Billie Eilish, because he was like, he don't want her to experience the same shit that he went through. So
I think that's the thing, even with. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but remember, the thing is, they said, like it's been said, that he ain't necessarily got to do the thing. He didn't have to necessarily have to do the thing, but that don't mean he didn't pimp him out. That don't mean Usher didn't pimp him out, because he was founded by Usher, not by Diddy.
Yeah.
And then Usher dropped him off for 48 hours to Diddy.
But and this is the thing. No, that's what I'm saying.
Then they got a video too of him giving him a drink. It's supposed to be a bottle of water, but something at the bottom. That's crazy.
And maybe I'm biased or I assume different. I think that they just. I'm gonna say it this way.
They pimped him out. Diddy didn't necessarily have to plug him.
Well, not pimp him. Well, I don't know which angle you going with it, but you remember the whole thing that happened. Maybe you don't, but Boosie and his son about becoming a man,
a prostitute.
Yeah, I think that was a situation they got put in. Like, no, you're fucking famous. You can have, and well, I don't know what to do because I'm young and I never experienced it.
I'm gonna go. Boosie is a different kind of individual, and that's his son. And a lot of men be trying to get their son some coochie early so they can have the experience. Diddy and Justin Bieber, that is not his son.
So you think it was a different thing.
I'm gonna take it a step further. Remember the video with Odell Beckham, Trey Songz, and Justin Bieber in it? And Trey said, "Oh," and then Odell Beckham hurried up and Justin Bieber came up and Happy New Year type shit.
What the fuck? I've never seen this.
Go look it up. It's on the internet.
All right,
I wouldn't lie to you. I swear to God. Nothing I tell y'all on this podcast is a lie. Go look at that.
All right.
It's on
All right.
YouTube. Odell Beckham and Trey Songz was standing. Odell on the left side, Trey right here. I don't know who the fuck was recording, but when Trey realized that they was being recorded, he said, "Oh, Odell Beckham hurried up and fixed himself," and Justin Bieber came up looking like, "Happy New Year!" And this is around the same time that I said that he had that water bottle and it had some shit in it. No bullshit.
That is wild as hell. But I
So
don't even
I'm
want
not
to.
giving the Boosie angle to him. Boosie was just trying to get his son some pussy.
But
That
that's what
shit.
I always think in my head. I'm like, oh, they're just trying to get you famous. You know, you could do this, right? But I
Right.
think that's the
Or you the
crossover.
son of a famous person, so you could do this. That's not that. That boy is fucked up right now.
You think Usher is the same thing though? But no, yes, no, what?
Jane said they had to take him to the hospital.
Like, I'm glad I'm not famous.
That was Jane Dill.
Mm.
Long-time security guard for Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, the Diddler, Brother Love Combs. I'm trying PD, even though I don't know nobody to call him that, but whatever. I was trying to go through all
Only
the
shine,
names.
only shine.
It's like, what? Who? Who's PD? But whatever, if that's what you want to call him. Puff Daddy, Papa Diddle Puff,
Papa Diddy
whatever
Pop.
you want to call him.
My other thing, I put it in yesterday with the Papa Diddy Puff Pop because I was like, but anyway,
But Gene Dill said, and I don't know, there's a few people that try to talk, but I don't think Gene Dill was gonna lie. They said they had to take that boy. This was when Usher was living with Puff in New York. They had to take that boy to the hospital. Why they had to take him to the hospital? And Jane said it had something to do with his booty. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Doc has said hit that like button, tune in, live show, radio show, get the ad. Yeah. That's why I said we not saying don't like, but she needed to stop saying like because she was annoying as fuck. Like, bitch, say like one more time. Shit.
no, because if Diddy said, "Do you like this?" She'd be like, "I like it."
Like, I like it, but
Yeah,
I don't like it, and I like.
there you go.
And
He was
then
like,
Diddy
"All
was
right."
like, baby, 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 baby. It was a lot going on in that transcript, but it was fun role playing. But
Yeah, but that,
it
I
was fun.
went back. I went back and watched it because I was like, "How did this sound?" And I remember like you said scene. I'm like, wait,
And
who am? Because I'm like, which one am I? And like in the sense of, am I the pimp Diddy or I'm the begging you because I know I'm fucked up Diddy or I know I'm in fucking
he was on
investigation
drugs.
Diddy?
I tried to give you the scenario, like, listen.
Well, then that's fucked up. If this motherfucker is this high and on drugs that much, then his reality, even
It's
compared to just being a
distorted
rich
like a
person,
bitch.
no, I agree with that. His reality is probably super fucked up and warped
Yeah.
then.
And that's why he was like, baby, 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 baby. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? And she was like, and like, I like, and like, and like, and like, and like, and like, and sing. It was crazy.
That shit was horrible. That
It
shit
was
was
crazy.
horrible.
Yeah. All right, let's say these things, Doc, because this is crazy enough. Just, whoo, how many times you gonna say like, bitch? It was driving me crazy. And how many times you gonna say you know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Baby, baby, baby. It was just too much going on. It was too much. It was too much. Too many babies, too much, you know what I'm saying? Too many likes. It was crazy. That conversation was nuts. Anyway, join our conversation though. You can do that by calling in the numbers 443-551-5963, 443-59. I can't even get it out. 443-551-5963. See, the likes just confuse me just that quick.
You
Uh
just said it. You
you
just
can
said it.
text, you can call in, you can drop a comment, all of which will be live on air, so you know, okay? Because if I hear another like one more time, and I don't know why this is messed up, but whatever, I was going through it. Because why is the A, whatever? Yeah, it's supposed to say Gmail. I don't know what's happened. Like when I set this up, I was going through some stuff. Let me edit this real quick. I was going through some stuff. I probably did it when I was sick that one time. Uh, just trying to type it in, like, all right, just get on the screen already. But anyway, if you would like to talk to us about anything, and I do mean anything at all, let me fix it. Okay. You can hit us up at contact at ambitiouslyent.com or ambitiously the podcast. Either way, we're gonna answer it. That's how I got all that dance hall music that's going on the radio station. Cause somebody listened to what I said. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. But remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, every subscription that we can get. Um, Also, check out our newer website, www.laborlybookkeeping.com. I have to promote. I have to promote. I do. Sorry, shameless plug, but I have to do that. That's part of what's going on around here. That's part of what's going on around here. Mm. When I was saying check out the other website, though, make sure you join the coffee community while you're over there, because I like to have salacious, titillating conversations like the ones we have on the WIRETAP. Because I ain't gonna lie, they kind of salacious a little bit. I don't know if they titillating. They ain't a little taboo. A lot of taboo. Um, but also so I can cuss whenever the fuck I feel like it, because I hate censorship. I don't like being censored. I don't know if anybody should like being censored, like at all. But I don't. I like to cuss like a sailor. You would think I work on the ship. So go over there and do that. Big shout out to DJ Rukazy. DJ Rukazy, the man. Go DJ, because that's my DJ. I ain't gonna go all in, but yeah, go DJ. Yeah, big shout out to Rukazy. We love you. Much love to him. Let us know how you feel about the mixes that he provides us every Friday. To me, they're amazing. Let's see what you think, though. But not too much on my DJ, because I do not want to have to hurt your feelings. Okay? Okay. Also, any music that we play on this podcast, I have permission to play. I wouldn't play it if I didn't have permission to play. On a radio station, I got a license, so I could do whatever the hell I want to do over there. But on this podcast, I got permission to play it. What my DJ does is what he does. So no, we do not take requests, and you better leave him alone. You need to just catch his vibe, roll something, light something, pour something, sip something, but leave him the fuck alone. That's what you better do. Um, and it is what it is. Listen, listen, don't play with him. Anyway, yeah, I'm just happy. I low key wanted a transcript this evening, but because of everything going on in the courtroom right now, we couldn't get one. But I'm happy that we didn't get one with a like, or you know what I'm saying, in it. Kind of happy that didn't happen today, because they drove me crazy last week. I think I dreamed about a liking, you know what I'm saying. I think I went to bed that night and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby, baby, baby. I feel like that's what I was going through in my dreams. I'm like, why am I dreaming this? Shit. Um, but anyway, now it's time for me to get to this evening's sermon. It's time. It's time. First, let me tell you, start this evening sermon. I'm not going to ask about Brenda. She might be back in the building, so I'm gonna just shut up. I just hope that her hands weren't working. Um, because I don't need to be asked who made this macaroni and cheese. I don't need that. Or who made this potato salad? I don't need that. And I need her to not be trying to send over no coleslaw either. I don't trust that. But anyway,
She gonna send no pound cake next,
this
just so you know.
I'm gonna start this evening sermon like I start every evening sermon by telling you to mind your goddamn business. Except for Media Mondays, where I tell everybody this business, because I'm nosy as hell, and I be wanting y'all to be nosy with me. I'm just saying. I do. I want y'all to be nosy with me. So mind your business. Except for Media Mondays, the tap in. I be trying not to, but it's very hard. Because then we be getting into stories, and I be like, well, let me tell you what happened. It's hard on the tap in. The wiretap, obviously, you see what me and Doc done did today. We're obviously telling people's business. But here's the thing. Don't have a court case. That's one. Don't let it be high profile. That's two. And don't be heinous, sinister, depraved, disgusting, diabolical. It's something about them D words. Um, stupid, an idiot, dumbass. Take it away, Doc.
You can be perverted, corrupt, contaminated. That's you and your social group that you kick it with and chill with. You could be
Calling gay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm
they did show up. They did show up. You could be dark. You could be threatening. Look, respects to Kid Cudi and also J. Cole. Ride that bike, nigga.
Yeah.
And my favorite one,
For life,
Insidious.
nigga, on a bike. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yo,
Sorry, my
I
bad.
ain't friend with it, but look,
I,
my between the diabolical, my favorite one is Insidious. But no, look, ride that bike. Ride that bike.
listen, not did he put him on a bike? He said, I'm never driving a car. You heard what happened to Cuddy? Listen, you can't blow up my bike, nigga. I see the bomb. I see the bomb.
Now, you know what's crazy? I want to look up, is there any connection between Kid Cudi and J. Cole? Because I don't think in my mind, I can't recall any songs they have together.
No, I don't. And I'm shit.
I'll research this shit. I'll research
Oh,
this
I
shit.
put it down because I'm reading. Oh, it's over there now. I got some J. Cole records, but I don't remember them ever doing a song. I don't feel like Kid Cudi is a J. Cole kind of like they go together. Like they don't make sense to me.
Can I
Two
destroy
different
what
kind of
I know
elements.
you doing your thing, but it was something that I thought about when you said that, and I'm like, this is my hip hop mind working. You ready?
Yeah.
Or you ready?
Yeah. I don't ever remember them doing a song together. I might have to
Yo,
look that up
your,
though.
your chip tooth did a song with the diddler. Hate me now.
He did, but guess what happened? Then Steve Stout got beat up and they never did another song together again.
And what you call it, moved to South Africa and started a forum and dated Bill Murray. I'm just saying, kind of weird, right? But anyway,
No, but
continue.
then
No,
on
no,
top,
no, no,
wait,
no.
wait,
Just
wait, wait.
continue.
Before we, because you brought that up, Steve
Because
Stout got
like,
beat up behind that.
first the
And
Fat
Steve
Boys
Stout
break
was
up.
my baby Chip Chief's manager at the time. This is horrible. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I said we can move on because when you were about
All
to
right.
go, I was like, first the
You made
Fat
me
Boys
think
break
about that. And
up.
I'm like, yeah. And Steve Stout got beat up, and that was my
First the Fat
baby.
Boys break up.
Now every day I wake up. Anyway, so no, why you brought that back in my head? Now I'm thinking about it like, damn, that was crazy. Anyway, Wayne Wired, that's more me and Doc's business. Damn, he put that in my head though. That's more me and Doc's business. Um, Cattails, it's coming. Um, it's coming every time. Whatever, it's coming. But if you do happen to make an episode of Cattails, I change names. If you say something, it's on you because you should have shut your mouth. Nobody told you to say any goddamn thing, but you wanted to say something anyway, and I changed your name. They didn't even know it was you until you said something. What you said, Doc? Doc said, what?
Dogs will holler.
Yeah, so shut up. Don't say nothing, and then when nobody knows you, shut the fuck up. I was trying not to cuss, but it's kind of hard for what I wanted to say. Um, I don't know why I was trying not to cuss. Because I be trying to balance it out. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, but other than that, mind your business. Love your babies. Hug your babies and tell your babies that they are the freaking GOAT, man. The greatest of all times. They are. They are. They are. They are. And it's your job as a parent to encourage them, love on them, tell them how amazing they are. Tell them they can do anything they freaking want to do in life. It is your job. Do it, dumbass. Do it. Do it. Oh, let me put that on the screen. Do it. It's your job. If they want to work for NASA, tell them to be the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, or whatever the hell else they do for the NASA. I don't know. But encourage them. You feel me? I don't know, but what I do know is get yourself a telescope, not the perverted kind. Oh, and so y'all know the telescope thing did come from that movie with the Baldwin brother, and they was looking through people's windows. He had a telescope, but not the kind I got. He had one of the long ones. It was big. It wasn't the small one, but it was one of the long ones, and they was looking at people do it through people's windows. And so that's why I said not the kind that you look through your neighbor's windows with you perv. It was small. That movie was different. Um,
What movie? And
but
I'm
get you a good one, a real good one. You know, it might be a little girthy. You might have to do a little bit of assembly. It comes with lenses, beams, scopes, and some more stuff. Even in that, if you go to where I got mine from, go to National Geographic because if you go to Discovery, odds are it's coming from National Geographic anyway. Um, put it together, go outside with your kids, discover some shit. Maybe a comet, an asteroid, a meteor. Hopefully, it's passing past you and not coming towards you. Um, shoot, a planet that's not a planet anymore, but they said it was a planet, and then they said it wasn't a planet. And in my opinion, it'll always be a planet. Fuck that shit. Maybe even a UFO. But if you do get beamed up, Scotty, and probe, do not refer me. Even though I think they done got all your information, so they already probably know where I am. So I'm telling you now. So when they do come and get you, sort of be in your brain and embedded that I don't want to go. So then they know that I don't want to go. All right. Um, if they want to work for NASCAR, tell them be best NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member, commentator, or engineer because they got those over there too. All I know about NASCAR is that they got an E for speed, and at one point in time, the muscle car was king. And y'all know how I feel about muscle cars. I love them. I love them. Yeah. And muscle cars ain't this new age shit y'all got now. It was metal. It was metal, and people probably survive longer in those than the cars of today. So I love a muscle car. Yeah, yeah. Because now y'all in fiberglass and you just crash into one thing and that bitch say, and there you go. It's the end of your life. But whatever it is that they want to do, encourage them babies and let them know they to go. They need that encouragement. It's very important. They need it so much. It's hard out here for these kids, and especially with the stuff that's going on in the world. And I got to go check on what they said about this impeachment hearing because I don't know if y'all heard, but they started another one. It happened today. They trying to impeach Trump again. See if it works this time. But anyway, whatever it is that they wanted. That's why I say you got to do what you need to do because look what we dealing with. And you know our children are our future. If we dealing with this, what they gonna be dealing with? Um, yeah. Okay, it's time for me to really get my roar on because I keep trying to tell y'all I'm not the one you think I am because I'm all nice and sweet and I'll be trying to be all kind to everybody sometimes. Sometimes I just
you
don't
on
give
your
a shit.
Ti shit. You on the rubber band woman shit.
Huh?
You on your Ti shit. Your rubber
Oh
band
yeah.
woman.
Rubber band man. Okay, sorry. I want to listen to
I
that.
am like, did
That
you
was
know
my
this song?
joint. That was
Big
my
salute.
joint.
Big salute.
Yeah,
You
that
know
was
this.
my joint. Dang, he said, "Wow, this the Taliban." Okay,
Nice.
that fits. That fits for what I'm about to say. Stay in your fucking lane. And he is a Libra. Stay in your fucking lane. Stay in your fucking lane.
Sign shit. Oh Lord.
Me and my Libras. Stay in your fucking lane. My lane, your lane, not the same. Your lane over there. I just don't be using words that I don't understand the meaning of. That's the difference between he and I. Your lane is over there. My lane is over here. Stay in your lane, and everything will be cool. You jump in my lane, you're gonna get something that you do not want. I promise you. She is not nice. She is not sweet. She is not kind, and she is unforgiving. Remember, I told y'all, me and Cardi B have an agreement because if you got beef with me, bitches forever. So stay in your lane. You jump in my lane. Oh, don't break the glass. Don't push the button. But you jump in my lane, you're going to get her. And I ain't gonna lie to you like she is. You want the 2-for-1 special. I had to break out the menu real quick. Hey, you big perp bitches. Let me break out the menu and tell you about the 2-for-1 special real quick. The 2-for-1 special is you want her because she's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly. Oh yeah, she is. She's so sweet and cuddly. And then see, once you get then you want rubber, and then this where the second part of the 2-for-1 come in, because then you're gonna get her. Hey, you big perp bitches. I could put the menu down now. Yeah, because Cat is purring, Cat is a happy girl. But that first bitch, you don't want her. Leave her where the fuck she's at, in the pride, eating her gazelle, feeding her cub, minding her goddamn business. Pull her out of there if you want to. Break the glass, push the button, and watch what happens. Watch. Again, hey, you big purr bitches. You don't want none of that. And plus, what usually happens when you jump into somebody's lane is a collision. I don't need that for me. I don't need that for Doc. And I don't need that for you. And we don't need that for we. So stay the fuck in your lane. How about that? Okay. Safe way. Safe way to live your life. I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to leave Petty Boots alone at that. But I am going to say, because I'll be going at him. I'll be going hard on him sometimes. And I feel like I can't go hard on him every day. Or can I? He said, have you ever walked your enemy down like with a poker face? He not my enemy. He is, but I'm just kind of because he fucking with hip hop right now. So he might be my enemy. But anyway, pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight. It is not. Some battles you gotta be like, you know what? You got that. You won. Have that. I ain't fucking with no battles anyway. I'm worried about the war, bitch. Oh, sorry. I went real gangster on. I'm worried about the war, bitch. Um, so yeah, worry about the war, fuck the battle. And plus, people be lying anyway, but I ain't gonna go in on you. I'ma just say that you lied. You know who you are. I kind of gotta go in on him because it go with my little statement at the end, which is because you lied and you said that you studied hip hop and you did not. Because if you did, then you know that Mobb Deep said a long, long time ago, and they were some wise little youngins, some wise little whippersnappers. They told you that there is a war going on outside, and that no man, not even you, Petty Boots, is safe from. They said that you, baby Caligula, can run, but you can't hide forever. And these streets that we done took, little boots, they said, Drake, you are shook, because there ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Mama say, Mama say, Mama say. I'm going to start. I can't change the lyrics, but I be thinking I should do that so we don't get in trouble. But that's why I always add the Mama say, Mama say, Mama say at the end of it so that we don't ever get in trouble, because they be getting us on the copyright too. Huh. So you know. And I don't need that in my life. But you lied. And Kendrick said you lied. He said it. Everybody just thought it was some, but he wasn't lying. You lied. And so what I say is focus on the war, fuck the battle. That's all I'm saying. And don't be a liar. That's all I'm saying. Um, be you, be amazingly you, be authentically you, be genuinely you, be just who the fuck you are. Can't be nobody but you. Even if they say that they hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, and the way that you dress, you could deal with the talking shit, because you just, what he's saying is stop making up fake ass accents. He told you wasn't no accent you could sell him. Stop it. And stop drawing up lawsuits about shit that you engaged in. But if you dress weird, be the best dress weirdo. I mean, like, you can be dressed weird. I like people who have their own style. And you can't help how you walk. How you walk is how you walk. You feel me? But you can't help the other two shits that I just talked about. Remember, what they eat don't make you shit. It don't. And what you eat don't make them shit either. So, I'm not mentioning that stupid ass. Whatever. Um, you can't make anybody happy. You could try, but you won't. Because happiness starts within. So stop trying to fucking make people happy. You can't. You cannot. You can add to, but you cannot make them happy. Um, you came in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself. So just recognize that that's what it is. You feel me? Even if you are a twin, you're gonna go by yourself. I hate it for joint twins, but you know what I mean. And I don't know how that works, but yeah, you're going by yourself. And I said this earlier. I'm gonna say it again. Like no matter how many times you think you're gonna fix something or you try to fix something, they're gonna find something else to bitch about, something else to complain about. So just focus on what you need to do, and everything else will fall in place. You can't. You're not gonna make them happy. They'll find something else. Um, and last but not least, dream big, dream so big that your dreams exceed the universe. They go into a whole nother dimension. We don't even know about this dimension. It's not been discovered kind of dimension. Um, and then, don't let people tell you what you want to do or what you dream of doing or what you want to be is impossible because it's not. You can do anything you set your mind to it. You just got to set your mind to it. So once you visualize and realize the dream, plan and execute is very important because you can't make your dreams happen unless you make it happen, baby. You gotta go out there and make it happen yourself. Um, and that's that. Talk, baby.
Okay.
It's supposed to be 90 degrees in Baltimore tomorrow. It's June the 19th tomorrow, Juneteenth tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't. What's your plans for Juneteenth?
I am making food and cooking. I'm going to rice,
Oh,
or
damn it! I wish I lived in Savannah right now,
fried
so I could
cabbage.
come over your house and get some grub. I'm plotting on your house, so I could come over there and get some food. Damn it! Why I gotta live so damn far away? Anyway, but anyway, thank you for being here, sir. I appreciate you. Damn it! I want to go to Doc House. I know you could cook. You could cook vibes. I don't know why.
I do my thing and I try.
And you give me a mean chef, low key. I don't know. One day, I'm gonna get my plate. But anyway, thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you for having me, ma'am.
We appreciate you so much.
And I thank you so much.
Do not think about anything that refers to like or I know what I'm saying or baby, 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 baby while we are away. Okay?
I don't do none of those things. I apologize.
And maybe consider having a conversation with Little Rod about his gondola career. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't talking little Rod. No, no,
With the Casio.
no. I don't hear. Oh, hey, put some drums behind that. We maybe can rap. Hell no, nigga. That's a Casio beat.
And then you gotta be like, on the gondola.
No, hell no, hell no.
Maybe he'll get some muscles and then he won't be waking up with little workers in the bed. And did
He
he?
got high. That's the problem.
Or did he get
No,
him high? Apparently, did he get
and
everybody high?
look, don't hang out with Diddy. Come on, I do not feel comfortable around this person. Look, think about this. And I'm sorry, I know we're supposed to be in the
Uh,
show.
Go
Even
ahead.
his son, even his son said, "You know what, Dad? I'm going back to the condo or going back to the villa." Remember, you even brought that up. Wait, it was first,
Cause Uncle Cuba was coming over and he's a weirdo.
but no, Dad is the weirdo. Uncle Cuba is just cool with your dad. Look, hey yo, look, we about to get into some interesting shit. Y'all with it?
That man
Uncle
had to have a
Cuba, you are
part-time job.
different. And the dad was like, "Oh, look, these are my sons and shit. So I don't know, but I don't make them do shit because we all rich and shit." Uncle was
Right,
like, "No, they need to learn this shit, right?"
right now, right
And
now.
the sons was like, "Yeah, Dad, love you. Bye, Uncle Cuba. Deuces."
Get the skit so we can go back
The
to
skiff,
where we
get
need
the
to
skiff,
go.
get the dunk, the dinghy. No,
We
that was
need the
kind of funny
dinghy.
though.
We need to get out of here. All I know is this: he might want to consider that. He already has experience. He don't get seasick. He knows how to play music on a boat.
But the fucking
It's just a career option. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, y'all, we gotta get, we got. All right, I'm gonna leave Rod alone
Trash
because
night
it's not his fault
Thursdays.
that his
Trash night
boss was a
Thursdays.
weirdo. But anyway, y'all, we gotta get up out of here. And he like hanging with Cuba Gooding Jr. We gotta get up out of here. I'm sorry, I had to
You
throw
saying
Cuba
that
in
because you keep thinking about this shit.
there. I had to throw Cuba in there. Like, what were you doing there, sir? Grabbing on that man's thigh meat. Anyway, we get ready to get up out of here. Again, thank you, Doc, for being.
Hey, you gotta
I
have a
got
good day. Always.
questions. I got questions. But
I'm
anyway, we
leaving
get
that to whatever. I don't have
yeah,
questions no more. I'm
I'm
done.
thinking
I'm
too
done.
hard, and then the like and the baby, and you know what I'm saying is in there somewhere. Anyway, we getting out of here, y'all. Be safe, stay out of trouble. Um, I love y'all. Bye. We gotta go, man. We gotta go. It's crazy. It's crazy work out here. Bye. Good night. Shoot.
Let's go.